Ripple and XRP were about to do something really big. You can tell they feel the walls closing in on the old system. On August 15th, the SEC has to make a very important choice that could quietly seal the fate of crypto laws in the US. There won't be any big news or fireworks, just an easy update that could make a huge difference. It's getting worse behind the scenes now. What's likely to happen is being pointed out by lawyers and institutions that laughed at XRP before are now paying attention. At the same time, Ripple is moving very carefully, getting closer to rights that other people in the space have been pleading for and being repeatedly refused. This is clear. Things like infrastructure, power, and access are at stake here, not just a token. No matter what happens on August 15th, it could be the start of a new phase that can't be undone. Take a look at this. At first, I thought that August 15th might make sense to someone who doesn't know much about it, but it wasn't going to mean anything in the end. We don't believe what the lawyers say. And Mark Fagel, who used to be the regional director of the SEC, said, the SEC has every reason to get something on file. Well, Bill Morgan, a lawyer, thinks that a departure is more likely than not. Mark told us, listen, I don't know what the SEC is going to do, but by that deadline, when they have to update, the appeals court makes the most sense. He meant that they would finally make this happen and end this bad part of SEC history for good. The time has almost come, and we know what to do next. ETFs, huge money moves of billions of dollars. Game time, it's almost there. Let's take a look at this. The way for Ripple to get access to the Federal Reserve. Cameron Long is being very mean here, and the question is why? Because she hasn't been very biased before. She starts to say that banks don't like Ripple and XRP because they are centralized and all that. We're going to talk about it. To begin with, she's wrong. Last but not least, banks care. Is it safe? Does it work? Can it be scaled up? That's the thing they are seeing. They are not interested in all this weird crypto stuff that you think they are. This is something they can use. Is this helpful? Does it get bigger? Does it make things better? Is it safe? What about the system itself? Is it built and ready to go today? That's the thing they are seeing. These things that Long is trying to sell them are not being talked about. She is first trying to sell people something that doesn't make sense. It's a story. She's crazy. And this is really what's going on. Long has been pleading with the Fed for years, almost 5 years, to give her company access. She is doing everything she can to make sure everything is okay. They keep telling her no and putting her down. The Ripple is here. They're walking right in. They'll get it. She knows it. She knows that Ripple will be able to connect to the Fed. That's why she became mean all of a sudden. That's the truth of the matter. It's just bad grapes. We can all see it now. Ripple is going to make this happen, and it will change everything for them. But Long didn't get anything. It's not going to happen that she gets the access she wants so badly. On top of that, she will keep denying it. And the thing is, Ripple makes it work. David Schwartz told her, look, you're saying that XRP is centralized and all that other stuff. This looks like an ICO, but it's not. He tells her, I'm here for you whenever you want to talk about the facts, not the crap you're making up. I believe that was a big deal. David Schwartz is just putting out his hand in case Long is really lost. She's not just making stuff up. Yes, she is. She's not going to do that. She knows what's true. She doesn't want to know the truth. She only wants to make up a story. David replied, sure, I'm happy to talk to you about anything you don't understand. Choosing to deal with the feedback instead of ignoring it. I believe David said something very strong. This shows that Ripple is a leader by taking the high ground and being ready to back up claims with facts. That's the deal then. David steps up and says, hey, let's talk about this. He's not going after her back. That's something he could have done. They didn't have to bother her. No, he spoke straight to it. She now has the ball in her court. Step up if you want to have a real conversation. And don't talk and move out of the way because Ripple is about to make history. There isn't much here. Now, it was very clear that he fought back against her claims, said XRP's Genesis. XRP didn't have an ICO. At Genesis, all 100 billion tokens were given out. Now, here's the deal. And it's pretty much the same thing with all of these blockchains. It's just a way to distribute things. Proof of work is something you have with Bitcoin. Ethereum is now proof of stake. It also gives benefits for staking, which dumps coins on the market. Of course, they had an ICO at first, but it was completely illegal. Okay, then. That's behind us now. Bill Hinman told me not to look over there. Put that away. That's okay. We're no longer there. XRP or Ripple tokens were given to the company with the idea that they could work to solve real problems and make the whole community more valuable. You know, it's really about how the coins are given out. There is no change in the value of the coins themselves. It doesn't make sense. As we said before, this is about the decentralization of the XRP system. The notebook is spread out. As long as everyone agrees, every payment will be settled in a decentralized way. There isn't a single person out there who is scared that someone will steal their XRP. Someone is going to stop my payment if I send it. As if no one really cares about putting the network in one place. They just throw it out there. It makes no sense. I'll give you 1,000,000 to 1 chances if I bet on the next 12 months. Because you seem to be so worried, I'm going to bet you that no one's XRP will be taken or payments will be refused. You think there's a coming together. That offer won't be taken up by anyone. They really know know, her attention is once again being drawn to this fact. Let's say we want to talk about XRP as an ICO, which is something the SEC tried but failed badly at in court. What about Ethereum? She likes Ethereum. It's okay with her. It doesn't really make a change in how this works. And to run their business, the Ethereum Foundation sells coins, as if it were silly. That is all there is to it. Ripple's payment stack, infrastructure, and RLUSD were all on the XRP system. That's something else people try to tell you. It takes the place of XRP. It makes no sense. It doesn't. From the Federal Reserve balance sheet, we can get right into the banking system. It doesn't get any more direct than that.